Yeah, hi friends, my name is Sudeep Chandan and welcome back to my channel Energy and Environment Education. Friends, this is chapter 2.2, the boiler. It's a very important chapter as far as exam is concerned, the Bureau of Energy exam is concerned. So all the aspirants who are looking forward to the exam for Energy Manager exam or Energy Auditor exam, for them this is a very important chapter in the thermal section, friends, because a lot of questions you can expect and you can see a lot of questions you can expect which can be very much important for you in the exam, friends. So hopefully if you have not yet watched my other videos, for them also I would like to request you, please go through the other videos also on different chapters that I prepared and posted in my channel, and those videos also will be helpful for you, as equally important is this video. And today I'm going to start the first part A of this chapter, and I'll break the entire chapter into different parts and for your easy understanding and easy explanation, friends. So this is what I'm going to you deal with the boiler part today in this particular video, friends. And again, a request to you, if you have not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe, and also please share your comments. Those important comments will be really useful for me for preparation of the videos in coming days, friends. Also please do like the videos if you feel worthwhile, if you feel that these videos are really helping you out and also will help you out in coming days and coming years. So please do subscribe my channel, please do share the content, share the video, and also share the please do like the video, friends. This will really motivate me to prepare many such videos in coming days, friends. So let's start the boiler chapter today, and this is a part A, and with this we'll start the thermal section 2.2, chapter 2.2, boiler, friends. So let's start. So before we begin, let's see the content first, which I'm going to explain you in this particular chapter, friends. I mean this particular video, friends. Basically, this will start with the introduction part. I'm going to a bit explain a bit about the boiler, what it's all about, and then the boiler specification is also important for you to understand as far as exam is concerned. Third thing is the boiler system, different components of the boiler also is to be dealt with in this particular video, friends. The key boiler components. So all these four parts I'm going to explain you in this particular video, friends. Please keep watching the entire video, and hopefully this video again going to help you out in your exam preparation, friends. Now coming to the introduction part, that is about the boiler, friends. So they may ask you in the exam basically to explain what is boiler all about. A brief explanation about the boiler. Not too many times have been asked in exam, but yes, if it is asked, so to explain what is boiler all about, so you can pick from this particular part of chapter and you can explain in brief what is boiler all about, friends. So boiler is an enclosed vessel that provides a means for combustion heat to be transferred into water until it becomes heated water or steam. So if you want to generate steam for any process, in that case boiler is a really important equipment, where you can see it's a enclosed vessel where the water is heated to such an extent that it is transformed into a steam, friends. So and this steam is used for different purposes in different processes, friends. So this is what a boiler is. A process of heating in liquid into a gaseous state is called evaporation. So they may also ask briefly explain the term evaporation. So in that case, this is a definition of the evaporation, friends. Also, heat is transferred from one body to another by means of three types of transfer is there: radiation, convection, and conduction. All these things you must have read in your primary days, in your school days. The conduction, the convection, and the radiation part. So radiation is which is the transfer of heat from a hot body to a cold body without conveying medium, and convection is the transfer of a heat by a conveying medium such as air or water, and conduction transfer by heat by actual physical contact molecule to molecule. So this is the major difference between the conduction, convection, and radiation. So in the case of conduction, there is molecule to molecule transfer and a physical contact is there. In the case of convection, there is no physical contact, but it is transferred using a medium. Conveying medium is used here, like air or water. And in the case of radiation, there is no conveying medium, and which is transfer heat from a hot body to cold body is happening here without a conveying medium. This is the major difference between the radiation, convection, and conduction. Number of times in exam also it has been asked to explain the three difference between the three terms: the conduction, the convection, and the radiation, and briefly explain the boiler part also, friends. What is boiler all about? This is all about the boiler part, friends. Now coming to the boiler specification, it's also important. Basically, they may ask you to explain the boiler and the boiler specification. So in that case, you may explain this thing from this part of chapter, friends. The heating surface is any part of the boiler metal that the hot gases of combustion on one side while the water on the other side. So water is basically heated here with the help of hot gases, friends. So on one part we will have the hot gases, other part will be the water, which is finally transferred into steam, friends. Any part of the boiler metal that actually contributes to making steam is a heating surface. So if you may explain also what is heating surface all about. So any part of the boiler that actually contributes to making steam is a heating surface. Amount of heating surface of a boiler is expressed in square meters and can be related to the steam raising capacity of the boiler. So the quantity of steam produced is indicated in terms of water evaporated to steam per hour. So basically TPH is the the thing that we use basically to explain the quantity of steam produced. So tons per hour is the exact figure, exact thing that is used to explain the amount of steam that is generated from the boiler, friends. And you can see the typical boiler specification also given here. So when you see the nameplate in the boiler, you will basically you will see the boiler make and year on which date it was manufactured and which company has manufactured. Also the maximum continuous rating is also, that is 10 TPH. I said TPH is the explanation for the how much steam is generated from the boiler. And rated water working pressure also given, how much pressure is at which pressure the steam can be generated maximum. Type of boiler, which type of boiler it is, and fuel fired, which type of fuel is also fired. This is also given in the nameplate rating. So basically when you go for the boiler specification, these things are to be considered to understand what type of boiler it is. Like suppose if you want to purchase any boiler or if you want to study any boiler, you must know what is the boiler make, which company has made, and also the year of the boiler installation or manufacture. Also the ton of 10 TPH is given here. So how much TPH the boiler is, it will give you the capacity of the boiler. Also the working pressure is also important for you to understand at a maximum pressure that you can generate steam. Also type of boilers and the fuel fired, which type of fuel is used for the firing or for the combustion purpose here in this boiler, friends. These are the boiler specifications that you must understand while assessing or analyzing the boiler, friends. So again, this is important part in Indian Boilers Act. So basically, they may ask you to explain what is Boiler Act is. So sometimes only you need to understand and remember this part, this act, friends. So sometimes they were asked in the exam as a cognitive questions or for fill the blank type questions, friends. So this act you must understand and remember only, friends, for the exam purpose. And as far as coming to the boiler part again, so boiler means a pressure vessel in which the steam is generated for use external to itself by application of heat, which is wholly or partially under pressure when steam is shut off, but does not include a pressure vessel. So what is boiler all about? I have explained to you in the last slide, but you should understand also one more important point here. When you cannot include as any equipment or any pressure vessel as a boiler, friends, you have three things to understand here. So if you it is capacity is less than 25 liters, then you cannot consider the vessel as a boiler. Also with less than 1 kg per centimeter square design gauge pressure and working gauge, or in which water is heated below 100 degrees centigrade. So if it is heated below 100 degrees centigrade, so it is not generating steam. That's for sure, friends. So these three are the criteria. If it is there, then you cannot consider the vessel as the boiler, friends. So boiler is not included in pressure vessel only when these three criteria are met, friends. So boiler component means steam piping, feed piping, economizer, superheater, any mounting or other fitting, any other external or internal part of boiler. So I'll explain you in detail all the different components of the boiler in coming slides, friends. For the timing, steam pipe means any pipe through which steam passes. If the pressure at which steam passes through which such pipe exceeds 3.5 kg per square centimeter above atmospheric pressure, so only you can consider the pipe to be a steam pipe if the pressure if the it is more than 3.5 kg per centimeter square of the pressure, and such pipe exceeds to 54 millimeters in internal diameter, and the pressure of the steam exceeds 1 kg per square centimeter above the atmospheric pressure. So these are some of the criteria all you should understand and remember as far as the explanation of the boiler is concerned. So if they ask you, the criteria to define the boiler, so basically if these are the concern areas, then it is not a boiler. Also if it is a steam pipe, and if you consider a steam pipe, so you should meet these two criteria. Until unless you meet these two criteria, you cannot call a pipe as a steam pipe, friends. Now this particular picture is also important, equally important, friends. In the exam they give you this picture and they ask you to explain the entire picture, and also they give you the different parts A, B, C, D, E, and also they ask you to explain the different parts given in this picture, friends. So you can see here A is the flue gas heat recovery system using economizer. This is the economizer and this is the heat recovery system from the flue gas. So this is part A. Part B is the recovery from the continuous blow down. So this is part B where the blow down is happening here. So they may also give the name as B here, and would like to ask you to explain it, okay, what is this picture or this part is all about. Also the C, it is here high pressure steam in the process. So C also you need to understand where this is part where the steam is generated, and D is the use of low pressure steam, so PRV. So this section also is also important here. And the last is the condenser returning pump. So entire picture is divided into 5 parts basically: A, B, C, D, and E, and they may just give you the names, or they may ask you to explain these 5 parts. Then, so you can see here the feed water system provides water to the boiler. So what is feed water all about? That also is very important. So, and the steam system collects and controls the steam produced in the boiler stream directly through a piping system to the point of use. Throughout the system, steam pressure is regulated using the valves and checks. So all this explanation you should understand what is about this picture. So I'm not going to explain you again the entire thing here, but you should understand the different parts which is asked here in this picture A, B, C, D, E, and they may ask you to give brief explanation about the functioning of these 5 parts, or you can say areas, friends, in this particular picture, friends. This is all about the picture which may be asked in the exam, friends. Now, as you saw in the last slide, friends, the feed water is an important part of the boiler. So basically, they may ask you to explain the feed water. So water supplied to the boiler that is converted into steam is called the feed water. So whatever water you supply inside the boiler, which is converted into steam, is called the feed water, and it is divided into 2 parts. Or you can say that there are 2 sources of feed water. Basically, one is the condensate, and the other one is the makeup water. So you should know the difference between the condensate and the makeup water. Condensate or condensed steam returning from the process, like suppose once the steam is generated and it flows to the process area, and once it is used in the process area, again it comes back. That condensate, when it is recovered and again feed, that is also called the feed water, friends. Also second thing, the makeup water, because once the steam is generated, you have some losses of water going on inside. So basically the makeup water is a treated raw water which must come from outside the boiler room and plant process, friends. In high capacity boilers for higher efficiency, besides the economizer and for preheating the water, an air preheater also installed to preheat the combustion air. This part, economizer and air preheater, I'll explain you in the coming slides, friends, which is also equally important. What is economizer all about? What is air preheater all about? But for the time being, we should understand what is feed water and the different types of feed water. Basically, what is feed water is given here, and the easy explanation of the different types: the condensate feed water and the makeup water are the two sources of feed water that you should understand, and you should try to you can be aware of, be able to explain in the case of exam if it is asked, friends. Now here are some of the key boiler components which is very much important. The burner already have discussed in detail in the last slides. What is burner all about? The burner is a component of boiler that provides the heat that heats the water of the system, and the fuels used can be natural gas or oil. So basically you see what is burner all about, already explained in detail, and you can just go through again if it is missed by you. Again, the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger of the boiler allows the heat from the burner to heat the water. So heat is exchanged here between the burner and the water, friends. Job of the heat exchanger is to carry the heat from the burner to the water without having direct contact with the water. This is what heat exchanger is all about. So these are some of the key components of the boiler where the burner is playing an important role, and also heat exchanger is there. And so supply lines is the hydronic heating system using piping to deliver the heated water or steam to the distribution point. So the pipeline which is used to distribute the steam that is generated inside the boiler, that is called the supply lines. Return lines is when the water cools, like suppose as I said, is in the case of condensate recovery also sort of. So when the water cools, so the steam cools and changes back into water. Return lines bring this water back to the boiler for reheating. This is called the return lines, friends. Firebox is where the fuel of system meets the air, creating the flame. And refractory also is an important part. Actually it refers to the refractory materials that are used for filling any gaps or openings that may be around the firebox, that helps in the answer fire extinguisher is a firebox. So basically this firebox is in the and inside the boiler, friends, where the heating is taking place, and also the refractory where the any leakage, if it is happening there, so that can be filled up, and any the boiler combustion area must be fully compact so that there is no heat loss ongoing. So this is very important part. So burner you understood. Heat exchanger, I think you must have understood. Supply lines is the distribution line where the steam is used to distributed at the different areas inside the plant, friends. Return lines when the steam condenses, or you can say when the steam returns back to the normal state as the water, that can be recovered as a feed water. Those things also can be used for the reheating of the water. That is the return lines. Firebox is the area of the inside the combustion chamber, friends, inside the boiler. And refractory is the the material that is used to fill in the gaps or openings for any such that any heat loss is not taking place inside the boiler heating chamber, friends. So this is all about the key components of the boiler. Also, let's see other components which are important, equally important, friends. So you should also understand these two parts, friends, that these two components, which are very much important as far as boiler is concerned. The first one is the economizer, and the other one is the superheater. So economizer is basically is a equipment which is used to extract heat from the flue gas, the extra heat from the flue gas, and that extra heat is used to heat the preheat the water that is entering inside the boiler, friends, for generating steam. So that is the function of the economizer. So basically, if you want to capture the extra heat from the flue gas, you can use the economizer for that purpose. The other is the superheater. It is integral part of a boiler and is placed in path of hot flue gases from the furnace. Heat taken from the flue gas is used in superheating the steam. So basically, when the steam is already generated, but if you want to superheat the steam, in that what is to be done is, again, the flue gas, extra heat from the flue gas is used to to heat again, reheat the steam, and then the steam is converted into a super steam. So you can see here the basically what is happening here in both the equipments, or you can say basically we are using the extra heat from the flue gas that is coming out of the chimney, and that extra heat is trapped, and then it is used to either heat the water as in the inside the economizer, or the steam already which is generated, and if you want to make it into a convert into a super steam, then also again the same flue gas heat, extra heat is used to reheat the steam and convert into steam, you can say. That's the function of superheater. Now one more thing is the air preheater, which is not mentioned here. So basically, as you see the economizer, where the water is used before it entering into the boiler, or you can say the preheating of water is done with the help of flue gas. Same way you can also heat the air. Preheating of air also is possible, same way by using the extra heat inside the flue from the flue gas, friends. So if you are using the extra heat of the flue gas to preheat the air before it enters the boiler or the burning combustion chamber, friends, so in that case the preheating of air is used, then it is called the air preheater, and the preheating of water is done, then it is called the economizer, friends. And also if the reheating of the steam is done, it's called a superheater. So these are three critical components also important for you to understand, and they may come in the exam to explain what is economizer all about, what is air preheater all about, or also what is superheater all about. Also they may ask you to explain the differences between the three also, friends. So this is very much important as far as I am concerned. Again, these two important components are also you need to understand, friends, as far as I'm concerned, because they may ask you to explain the deaerator and the condenser part also of the boiler. So as far as the deaerator is concerned, it's an equipment where it is used to reduce the oxygen level and the carbonic acid levels in a boiler feed water, such that there is no corrosion. Because if there is more oxygen and carbon dioxide levels in more inside the feed water that you're feeding inside the boiler, so there is more chance of having the corrosion parts. So friends, if you want to increase life of the boiler, and also if you want to keep the boiler with corrosion free, in that case you need to use a deaerator. Also the condenser is important. The condenser ensures that all steam is condensed before being pumped back into the deaerator and on into the boiler. So this is also important component which you must understand and remember, friends. So they may ask you to explain these two different components along with other components which I have explained you in the last slides, friends. So all these components are equally important. They may either give you the names of the components and then they can ask you to explain it, or they may straight away ask you to write down the few names of the components which are boiler components, and then explain briefly them each components, friends. So this is very much important, the components of the boiler, which can come in the exam in different ways, friends. So with this, I am ending the part A of this chapter, the boiler section, chapter, friends, 2.2, and I'll also continue with the part B. Hopefully, this part A has given you some important insights about the chapter and about key areas, key important questions can come in the exam, friends, from this part of the chapter. So hopefully, you must have enjoyed the video and keep watching the other video, friends. Part B will be uploaded soon. So keep watching the videos and also other videos they have uploaded for your understanding, easy understanding, friends, from which I have made on different chapters for the bit of energy exam, friends. So that's all, friends, but before we leave, please do connect with me, as I said in earlier videos. Also keep watching all the videos and other coming videos, friends. Please share your inputs. Please do connect with me. This is my mobile number, this is my email ID. any feedback, any input, any query if you have, please do write to me, and also please do connect with me. And so also please do subscribe my channel friends, which will motivate me to prepare more such videos. I'm not getting too many subscribers and really demotivating for me. Either is the videos are not explanatory or having better explanation, or maybe some any loopholes is there. So I need to understand. Your comments are equally important for me friends. Please do write it down, any comment, any inputs, any feedback if you have in your mind friends, for this video and also other videos that I have posted. And keep watching my other video also friends. So be in touch, be connected to me. Also press the bell icon, because this will give you instant notification as soon as I upload a new video friends. So that's all for today. Hopefully this video has helped you out to understand the chapter, this part of chapter friends. Keep watching the other videos also friends, and let's meet in the next video friends.